Hi, welcome to How to Be Human, where we are going to follow the question further, whether we really are ourselves. In my last video, I talked about how we are sort of chemically predetermined in the way we approach the world. So whether we are the gung-ho, try out everything fearlessly type, or the more careful, that might actually be dangerous, let's be careful type. But there's one thing that is the same for all human beings, and that is that as children, we are highly dependent on our families. Especially as newborns, we are completely helpless. We need to be carried around, we need to be fed, we need to be changed, everything, right? All we do is pretty much eat, sleep, and poop. But as we grow older, we also become more self-reliant. We learn how to use our bodies to get around, usually to places we are not supposed to be. We learn how to eat, we learn how to take care of ourselves step by step. So it is sort of less important for our family to look after us, but we still depend on them, to get food, to get shelter, to get what we need. Also love, attention, and especially the need to be safe. So we develop strategies to make sure we get all of that. For example, the strategy of being the good boy or the good girl who always obeys, who is nice, who helps, right? They are loved, so they stay safe. Or little prince or princess charming, whatever they do, they give you the doe eyes and look at you, and it's really hard to be angry with them. So usually you forgive them at some point. Other example is the drama queen who, no matter whether you're a boy or a girl, you create a huge drama to make sure everybody comes running, everybody is looking at you, and you get the full attention of the whole tribe. On the darker side, there are also strategies that are developed by children to make sure that they don't get harmed by their families, especially in dysfunctional families where anger issues, drugs, alcohol, many other things are an issue. So these children learn how to observe very well, very quickly, because it's important to them to see the telltale signs of when their parent is not a safe person to be around for them anymore. To know which strategy we have to use or have to develop, we observe. And if you've ever been around children, you know how quickly they pick up on things. And maybe you have come across the situation where you watched a kid do something or heard it say something, and it was like the exact copy of a parent or a person whom they are around a lot. And I personally find it quite funny. However, the older we get, the more of an individual we become. We have our strategies and we have figured out what works and what not to some degree. So it's not necessary to be like our parents anymore. And as soon as we become teenagers, maybe a little before that even, we try to be everything but our parents. We rebel, we see all the things we think that are wrong or not good. So we try to change them. And that's how we further learn, right? And we become adults at some point. And when we look back or look at ourselves, at some point we realize that no matter how much of an individual we wanted to be or still want to be, there are still parts where we are like our parents. So, if we go back to our question, whether we really are ourselves, at this point of our exploration, we can safely say that we are a mix of our survival patterns we developed as children. We are part of our parents, and we also are part of ourselves, the way we figured out things. And these three parts that make a whole, they can be larger or smaller, especially if you had a bad childhood. You probably don't want to be like your parents, and you made sure you develop patterns that are as different as possible. So if you want to look at yourself at this point, what was your strategy? And how much of your parents is still left within you today? Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really grateful for a like, share, subscription, whatever you want to leave. Thank you for being here. Lots of love and light from my heart to yours. See you next time.